Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Ready for dinner? Yeah, huh? Okay. So, like, yeah? We're talkative tonight. Does that mean you're hungry? So I got meaty pate. I think it's the super supper tonight. And it's a fresh can, so it's nice and warm and gooey. I think you probably like it more that way. Yeah? So your Dickies still sticking out. So what are you looking at there? Okay, well, I'm gonna pick up the food, okay? And I'm looking at your fur there. It looks like you have another thing sticking out of your chest. Yeah, your furs are a real mess right now. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna open the door, okay? Your fur is a real mess. It looks like you have two Dickies. Okay, so I'm gonna put the food on the table. Get the water. Close the door. Change your water. I don't know how your fur and your chest area gets all messed up so badly. Okay, so I'll put the new water in. Okay. So I'm gonna sit in the chair now. And get the glove. Okay. So you seem kind of friendly tonight. I wasn't sure what to expect. So I saw Scruffy, I think, behind the deck early this morning. But I think that's about it. I don't think I saw him most of the day. Late last night, I heard a very loud meow. I'm not sure where it came from. I was worried that Boots might have started a fight again. Uh-oh. I don't know why he hissed at me. Okay, well, let's be petted, huh? Okay. I'm not sure if that was a hiss. So I was hoping I'd hear another meow. Let's figure out where it came from, but Never heard another one, so I did look out the back to see if Scruffy was out here getting in a fight, but didn't see anything. So, fairly uneventful day concerning Scruffy. We didn't get any rain today. It was, I think, overcast most of the day, though. A little bit of sun. I think it was kind of cold today, though, so I think it did cool down a bit. So I went out for a run today. Kind of was torn between the bike ride and the run. Since I did a run, I think last time, I was thinking I wanted to do a bike ride today, but because it was so cold and because it just rained yesterday, I didn't want to get caught in the mud, and I didn't want the wind chill freezing me on my bike. So I decided to go for a run, and the first lap, I was really cold. So my feet actually felt numb from the cold. My toes felt numb. The bottom of my feet felt numb. Yeah, I wasn't very comfortable. And I was, don't think I was running that fast either, so my time was not as fast as I normally do the lap. It's not a bad time. Time was closer to what my second or third lap would be. So yeah, usually I don't run the laps at a constant speed. I tend to run each. So the first lap is faster than the second, and second is faster than the third, and third's faster than the fourth. So basically I'm slowing down as I get further. And so my time for my first lap was not at all impressive. It looked more like a second or third lap. Oh, that's funny. And then my second lap time, I'm not sure. I didn't feel that fast either. It was probably close to what I normally run. Might have been a tad slower, I'm not sure. And then I do my third lap, and I'm actually running it faster than I normally run it. So it's actually much closer to my second lap time, I think. And then I do my fourth lap. And for my fourth lap, I haven't, since it's a pretty new thing for me, I've only started doing the fourth laps these past couple weeks. And so I don't push myself because I'm just happy to get through it. But yeah, today, I ran it pretty much about as fast as my third lap. And so I guess my time for each lap was more consistent. So each lap was very close, I think, or much closer to the same amount of time. And then my overall time for all 4 laps was actually, I think, the fastest I've done it. So I guess that's an improvement, though I didn't feel like it. So I'm not actually sure which is better, pushing yourself hard in the first laps and then just making it through, or having a slightly less intense run, but you do overall faster. I don't know. So I think we're about time here. So I'm going to wrap this up, Scruffy, and eat your food. And I hear a police car. or an ambulance. Okay, how about we give you your food, okay? So let me get the brush. It's actually letting me get a little lower down with the brush this time. So he might be getting more used to the brush. Might even like it. I don't know. Probably doesn't like it. He doesn't like anything I do. Okay, I'm gonna switch brushes. Just the brush. So I'd like to get under your chest, or whatever, your mane or whatever, and try to fix up that mess. But yeah, you're always facing down at the food, so I can't get in there. So I'm gonna flip the brush over. So I can smell the cat food. Usually I think it smells disgusting, the wet cat food. Actually, the dry cat food kind of smells disgusting too. But tonight when I opened up the can, I don't want to say it smelled good, but it didn't revolt me as much. So it was like, maybe this is actually edible. I guess I'm really hungry. Haven't had enough meat. Okay, I think I'm done. So yeah, the diet's dragging on. So I think I'm a little bit past halfway, but I don't know. I figure things are going to get harder as time goes on, so I'm still estimating I probably need to do at least another 4 months. Hopefully it won't be that long, but I'm going to set realistic expectations. I think we have lockdowns and travel restrictions and all the other things going on. It's not like I can go anywhere anyway. So not like I have anything better to do than diet. I really wouldn't mind a nice burger or steak or chicken. So with my son Evan this summer, yeah, I really liked how the oven baked chicken turned out. This was shake and bake like chicken, and I did a bunch of pot roasts and son Evan. Those turned out really well. once I figured out the knack for it. So I had some problems with the pot roast. So I think one time, I forgot, 1 or 2 times, yeah, basically all the liquid evaporated from the stew, the pot roast. And so it got into the main chamber of the sun oven, so it evaporated from the pot and then recondensed in the chamber of the sun oven. So the food was really dried out, but the sun oven was soaked. So that wasn't so good. But, once I got the knack for it, I think this turned out pretty well. I got a Dutch oven, so I could do a pot roast. And I forgot, I was going to do a chili, and then I don't think I ever got around to doing chili. So I did the chili the old-fashioned way, cook it on the stove. But yeah, all those foods I gotta be careful of for my diet. They're probably the reason I gained so much weight for the COVID. The COVID-19, put on 19 pounds. So some people say, yeah, it's eating out that causes you to gain weight. No, not in my case. Probably did worse cooking at home. So at least with restaurants, they're trying to cut back on their costs, so they give you less. Whereas when you cook it at home, yeah, it's real easy to make a lot, like make too much, and then you don't want to waste food, so you eat it all. You're overeating multiple meals and so forth to get rid of the food. So yeah, that doesn't work for me. So I was working on my taxes again today. So I'm just trying to understand my tax return before, so my tax guy prepared it, but I'm supposed to review it, so I, theoretically understand it because that's what I'm signing. So if I get audited, I'm not allowed to say, well, I didn't understand it. They get you. They don't care. So I'm trying to understand it. I was trying to figure out why I underestimated tax liability by so much this year. So there were some numbers I just was completely unprepared for. And I think I finally tracked it down. So one of the mutual funds my dad held had a really unusual level of capital gains. Probably just because they were trying to deal with the market crash when this whole thing started, and they're probably. So I'm guessing there are probably a couple different things that happened. So in the panic, people are selling, so you get redemption, so you're forced to sell your stocks. So that triggers capital gains, and then because the stock market bounced back so hard. My guess is they probably found buying opportunities during the crash, bought up on a bunch of things that were completely undervalued, and then because they went up so much, they probably became overvalued, and then they probably trimmed their positions, which created more capital gains. And so I'm thinking it's probably what happened, and that's why they had such high capital gains, and I didn't account for that. And my dad. And since it was my dad's holding, it wasn't even on my radar, so I just kind of just put in kind of a typical number. So these things, they typically pay out 2 to 4% in dividends and capital gains per year. This was completely abnormal, so it was just way, way above that. And so I just completely threw my numbers off, or my estimates off. So Scruffy actually ate pretty fast tonight. So yeah, probably because, yeah, that was a fresh can of cat food. And I did make a note to drip out the gravy a little bit more into the kibble. So, because basically the gravy I leave in the can just solidifies when I refrigerate it, and probably doesn't taste that good when I get it in subsequent days, because it's basically like gelatin. So I just took off the glove, zoom in, and then I caught a couple minor things I needed to get clarification on my returns. So I gotta talk to the tax guy again, but I think I'm almost done. But yeah, I just gotta write up a thing and inquire about a couple items. But I think, yeah, the bulk of it, the bulk that surprised me and caught me off guard. I think, unfortunately, that's all correct. So he did his job. Just, didn't do the tax planning as well as I could have. But in fairness to myself, I think I actually did a really good job on the tax planning, because, how the hell was I supposed to know how my dad's estate would factor into everything? So unfortunately, these are all just one-time, or fortunately or unfortunately, not sure which, but yeah, they're mostly one-time things. So after this year, things go back to normal for me, and so actually makes tax planning for next year hard, because I don't know what normal is anymore, especially since it's illegal for me to work here. So basically, I gotta start a brand new career or business or life or something. So yeah, I have no idea what my tax situation is going to look like moving forward, because basically, yeah, the state's destroyed my life. So, yep, I guess I'm not going to be able to clean his main. Oh well. I guess that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.